Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Jenny. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Chris. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions of people every single year. Renting a house or an apartment in English. Whether you're planning to study abroad, move for work, or simply want to sound professional when dealing with international landlords, this episode is packed with everything you need.
Exactly. From the very first search online all the way to signing the lease, negotiating rent, handling problems, understanding your legal rights, and even moving out smoothly, we're going to walk through the entire process together. And because we know our viewers are at different levels, we'll start at beginner level and gradually build up to C1, so no matter where you are on your English journey, you'll leave feeling confident and ready to use the language in real life.
Sounds good? Then let's begin with the foundations. Jenny, shall we start by making sure everyone knows the essential vocabulary?
Absolutely, Chris. Let's begin with the absolute basics. Who are the main people involved in renting?
Great question. The owner of the property is the landlord, male, or landlady, female. You, the person who pays to live there, are the tenant or sometimes called the renter in American English.
Perfect. Now the legal document you sign is called a lease or rental agreement. It explains the monthly rent, how long you can stay, that's the lease term, and all the rules. Other key vocabulary includes security deposit, usually 1 or 2 months' rent that the landlord keeps as a guarantee. Utilities, electricity, water, gas, heating, internet. Sometimes they're included in the rent, sometimes they're bills extra. Furnished apartment versus unfurnished. Studio, 1 room only, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. Private balcony, parking space, in-unit laundry.
And here are some super useful beginner phrases you can start using immediately. I'm looking for a 1-bedroom apartment near the city center. What is the monthly rent? Is the apartment furnished? Are utilities included? Can I schedule a viewing for this weekend?
Now that we've got the key words, let's see how they sound in a real, natural phone conversation. This is perfect for A2 learners. Hello? Good afternoon. I'm calling about the 1-bedroom apartment you posted online. Is it still available?
Hi there. Yes, it is still available. Would you like to arrange a viewing?
Yes, please. Could I come this Saturday morning around 10 o'clock? Also, could you tell me what the monthly rent is and whether utilities are included?
The rent is £950 per month. Utilities are not included. We also require 1 month's rent as a security deposit.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing the apartment. Have a nice day. See how polite and clear that was. Even at beginner level, starting with good afternoon and ending with have a nice day makes a huge difference. Now that we know how to make that first call, the next step is usually searching online. So let's move on and look at how real rental ads are written, and how to read between the lines.
Exactly, Jenny. Before you even pick up the phone, you have to search online. Here's a typical ad you might see: spacious 2-bedroom flat in quiet neighborhood. Close to tube station. £1,400 PCM. Bills not included. No pets. Professionals preferred.
PCM means per calendar month. Tube station is London Underground. Professionals preferred often means they don't want students. And watch out for red flag phrases like too good to be true price, available immediately, no viewing, or cash only.
Great observation. Once you find something interesting, you'll need richer vocabulary and collocations to talk about it properly. So building on what we've learned so far, let's go deeper into the language that will make you sound natural and professional.
Here are some important collocations you'll hear all the time. Live in a quiet residential area. Have a fully equipped kitchen. Pay rent on time every month. Break the lease. Get your deposit refunded.
And here's a quick grammar tip that makes a big difference: use modals of politeness when negotiating. Instead of "I want lower rent," say, "Would you consider reducing the rent if I pay 6 months in advance? Could we possibly add a clause about repairs?"
Instead of simply saying, "The house is expensive," try using, "The rent is quite high for this area." It's a small change, but it makes a big impression.
With this deeper vocabulary and polite grammar in mind, let's now watch how it all comes alive during an actual viewing and negotiation. Welcome. Come on in. This is the living room, lots of natural light, as you can see.
It's lovely. The location is perfect. However, the rent is a little higher than my budget. Would you consider £1,250 instead of £1,400 if I sign a 2-year lease and pay 2 months deposit up front? Also, I noticed the air conditioning needs servicing. Could that be fixed before I move in?
I can meet you at £1,300, and yes, I'll get the AC service this week.
That sounds reasonable. I'd like to think about it overnight if that's all right.
Negotiation is completely normal in English-speaking countries. Stay calm, polite, and use "would you consider?" It works wonders.
Once the negotiation feels right, the next big step is signing the lease. This is where things get more serious, so let's move into the advanced section and look at the legal side together.
At this level, you need to understand the contract like a lawyer. Key clauses to look for include: notice period, usually 1 or 2 months written notice. Maintenance responsibilities, landlord usually handles major repairs. Subletting rules, can you rent the apartment to someone else? Late payment penalties.
In the UK, the Tenant Rights Act gives you strong protection against unfair eviction. In the US, it varies by state, some places are tenant-friendly, others are landlord-friendly. In Vietnam, renting is often more informal, cash payments and handshake agreements. The cultural difference is huge.
Always take dated photos of every room before you move in. This protects your deposit later.
Now that we understand the contract, let's see what happens when something goes wrong after you've already moved in. Hi, this is Jenny in apartment 3C. I'm afraid there's a serious leak in the bathroom and the heating isn't working properly. According to Clause 7 of the lease, repairs are your responsibility. Could you send a technician as soon as possible? It's becoming quite uncomfortable.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I'll arrange someone to come tomorrow morning at the latest. Thank you for letting me know so promptly.
Notice how calm and factual she stayed? That's the professional way.
Of course, sometimes situations get even more complicated. So let's explore a few advanced scenarios and do a deeper cultural dive.
What if you want to break the lease early? What if the landlord suddenly raises the rent? What about dealing with noisy neighbors?
Advanced phrases you'll need. I'd like to formally request an early termination of the lease due to. Could we discuss a rent review in light of the current market conditions?
Cultural note. In many Western markets, everything is strictly written and formal. However, in more traditional settings, you can often negotiate face-to-face and pay monthly in cash. Understanding both worlds helps you succeed anywhere.
Before we wrap up, let's quickly go over the most common mistakes and the best pro tips we've collected from real experiences.
Top mistakes we see all the time. Forgetting to ask about pet policy. Signing without reading the fine print. Not keeping records of all communication.
And here are pro tips: always get everything in writing. Join local tenant Facebook groups. And remember, a good landlord values a good tenant.
Wow, we've covered so much ground today. From the very first phone call all the way to handling serious problems like a pro.
To summarize everything we've learned, master the vocabulary, practice polite negotiation, understand your rights, and always document everything.
Your challenge this week: find a real rental ad online, write down 5 questions you would ask the landlord, then record yourself saying them out loud. Share the recording in the comments. We read and reply to every single one.
If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. You're amazing. See you next time.
Bye everyone. Take care.